Okay, so we kind of agreed on that one,
Yep.
but we finna kind of disagree. We're gonna pick sides on this one
Right.
just a little bit. Just a little bit.
I am doing royal wedding coverage all week.
So
I'm
excited
excited about royal wedding coverage, but there have been articles coming out saying that maybe we're doing too much royal wedding coverage. Not us, ABC 10, but media in general. So we want to hear from you. Do you think Meghan and Harry are as important as we do? Or me, as I do?
I do.
Or are you over it? And while you're thinking about that, I am going to play this lovely little video that I put together about their love story. So you think on that and watch this. It wasn't Bumble or Tinder that made a match for these millennials. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry actually met in kind of an old school way.
What?
Through a friend. Yeah, people actually still meet that way. They were set up on a blind date in the summer of 2016, and although they didn't know much about each other beforehand, Meghan only cared about one thing.
I had one question. I said, well, is he nice?
Is he? Every girl's out here looking at her best friend like, where's my prince? Anyway, their first date went so well that, actually, let's let Harry tell you.
We met once and then twice back to back, 2 dates in London.
Okay, what are the odds that they just went out for a pint of beer and some fish and chips? I mean, it's possible. In November of 2016, Harry finally confirmed that he was dating Meghan in a statement from Kensington Palace. He even defended her against all the haters out there. Go ahead, Harry. In early 2017, things were really heating up for Meghan and Harry. In March, they went to a friend's wedding in Jamaica, and then in May, Harry took Meghan as his date to Pippa's wedding reception. Okay, now you know things are getting serious when you bring your boo around friends and family, especially at a wedding. Okay, let's fast forward to September of 2017. Meghan and Harry finally made their first official appearance together, and it was at the opening ceremony of the Invictus Games in Toronto. By November of 2017, Meghan had quit her job at Suits. She flew to London and then moved into Kensington Palace to live with Prince Harry. Lucy, you got some explaining to do. But after a week of intense speculation, the couple finally announced their engagement on November 27th.
Just an amazing surprise. It was so sweet and natural and very romantic.
Now, we all know the final stop to this beautiful love story, and I don't know about you, but I seriously can't wait. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so she can't wait.
And some people.
What about you, Brittany? Can you
know
wait?
what? In a world full of death and doom, I love love. I like to hear about the love. I wish I were her. I love that
Right?
she's not perfect. She's an American. She has some family issues.
And she's beautiful.
And
She
she's
is
beautiful.
stunning. Christina Ortega agrees with you. She says, I don't really care about the royal wedding, but it's a nice break in the news feed. She's just tired of the regular news coming
I
up.
get it.
I get that.
Kimberly, I hear you, girlfriend. I show no interest in the royal wedding. I got my own life issues to focus on. But hey, it doesn't bother me if others are, and I appreciate
Okay,
that.
there we
So
go.
it's like, GMA, I think they're doing this whole thing where they send a lot of people over to London.
Right.
We saw Daily Blast Live. They were in London. I would care if they sent me to London. I would care so much.
My mom
So
asked me if I
much.
was going, and I was like, oh, Mom, I wish.
Next time around. Well,
I mean, is there a London street in Sacramento? I can go there.
So,
yeah.
okay, so as they were talking about this morning, and that was a great story, by the way.
It was
Yeah.
awesome and amazing.
I'm more interested in
Yay.
this. However, my interest level in the royal family went from about here to about here. Now,
that's
I
up.
realized,
Low bar.
I call the other story, something that happened there, absurd. I realized that my opinion and my interest, my lack of interest in them is absurd because most people really do.
Do they really
care
though?
about them? And I was trying to research, just so you know.
Oh, okay.
after the
Okay.
show, I was like, I'm sure that there's a poll somewhere out there that no one really cares about the royal family. That's not true at all. I was trying to find
Yeah.
support for my opinion.
Oh, no.
It's either high or approaching all-time highs. The Queen is very popular. Prince
Yes.
Harry is very popular.
He
They're,
is.
Well, yeah.
Kate Middleton's very popular. The babies, this marriage,
Oh, the baby,
they are
yeah.
very, very popular around the world. In the UK, there's ups and downs. They all kind of
Yeah.
it all kind of depends. My whole lack of interest in this is that I'm just confused as to why this tradition carries on because they have elected officials in there,
Okay.
and so the people in the UK, they spend millions of dollars to support this royal family and the palaces and the jewels and the weddings and all this stuff.
Could it be like the like, oh my gosh, like the royal fairy tale princess?
Yeah,
like, is that what it is
right.
for us? Is it like the fairy tale
Well,
experience?
think about this. Most kids' first movies that they see are
Yes.
probably Disney movies.
Yeah.
And even though the faces and the backgrounds and the cultures have changed over the years for who they decide to portray, it's still kind of the story.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, from Moana to Belle to
Regular girl meets
Little
a
Mermaid.
handsome Prince Charming.
yeah,
Love
I mean,
it.
you name it. It's pretty much that story of the girl coming of age and meets a prince, and then eventually everything works out, which is kind of the story. So I get that from birth, we kind of we know this story, and then to see it in real life,
Yeah.
it is pretty cool. So I understand that. I just say on my day-to-day basis,
You don't really care.
I just kind of think my interests go elsewhere. But
I
it is
care
an
at
amazing
work.
thing.
and I like to look at her pictures.
True. I think we're getting a lot more coverage in America on this because she is American.
Right. This is
Yeah.
true.
And she's such a big star. Plus,
Yeah.
she looks like that.
I mean,
and she's
look
an
at her.
activist, a philanthropist. She's kind of winning on all cylinders here, if we're going to say something like that. But I will say this.
What?
Negative news has been coming out left and right. You know, British tabloids
Yeah.
don't
Oh, yeah.
play around. They will dig into your
What?
toenail
Makes me
feel
history.
bad about
Okay?
her. for her.
What? So she's not perfect? What?
She's
That's why I
not-
love her.
She's been married before.
Okay.
That's not traditionally somebody that would be a great pick for the royal family.
Okay.
Right. But remember, I mean, there's been the royal family's not,
Not perfect either.
True.
Yeah.
I mean, Prince Harry himself was in the news when he was young.
Yeah,
I mean,
that
he
was
was
fun.
getting drunk. There were issues there.
Oh,
and
yeah.
the problem is that you're just a teenager, but the whole eyes of the world are on you.
Everyone's
So as you
watching.
go through teenager things,
Yes.
and you experiment and all that, you know, the world is watching. But I will just say this about these two young men,
Okay.
his brother and himself.
Yeah.
They have everything available to them, and they really have made an incredible life for themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is a helicopter pilot.
That's so cool.
His brother is also a helicopter pilot, serving in the military, at least for a short time. I don't know if he still is. So they've actually, I mean, they could just kick back, right?
Yeah.
Why not?
They've done some things.
But they have actually contributed
Yep.
to the UK and putting their own lives on the line, because flying a helicopter is very dangerous work. I believe he's been to Iraq a couple times.
yeah.
Yep.
Iraq, excuse me. So, I mean, they're involved. They're with everything that they had to do. They've actually put their best foot forward.
Have
I
you
say
seen
this
that video clip of him doing an interview and then some alarm goes off and then
Yeah,
everybody
he was like-
starts running and he runs to it? I'm like, go save the world, Harry.
I
Go
know.
save the world.
And Ronnie brings up a great point. He likes the wedding because of Diana. Now let's think about how we followed her.
Oh,
Right.
yeah,
We
we
watched
loved her.
You know, we watched her at the funeral,
Oh, yeah.
the wedding, the whole thing. So to me,
Right.
they're kind of part of my family, and I want to see them happy.
All
Yes.
right,
Same.
I'm going to
Yeah.
be the Debbie
Same.
Downer here. I think
Uh-oh.
our fascination with Diana is what led to her demise. 'Cause
Oh, yeah, the paparazzi,
were chasing her. So it's like
110%.
we fed into that more and more of Diana. What is she doing now? What is she doing now? And it was the paparazzi
Yeah.
that she was trying to get away from all of the eyes watching her. And I remember as a little girl watching that, again, because I was a little girl up
Of
at night
course, yeah.
watching the news. Yay, me. But I remember seeing that, I was like, she's going to die and it's going to be our fault.
Which is why they had to change a lot of laws after that of,
Yeah.
you know, privacy.
Yeah.
It wasn't done in the wrong way, but it was just.
What is that?
Oh, that, here it is.
Where's the video? Yes, see, there he is.
Oh, my
Save
gosh.
the world. Save the world.
Yes, producer Chrissy for that poll.
Oh, dear
Yes.
goodness.
And look at him, he's off.
I always had a crush on Harry
Oh,
growing up.
my.
I mean, that's the kind of man I'm looking for.
Uh-huh.
Save the world. Shit, did it get hot in here?
It
Oh,
did.
Yes. You
Who
brought up
doesn't want the bad boy? I mean, now at a grown age, I don't want the bad
you
boy.
see my face when she said
I
that?
know.
I was
I don't
like,
want one now at 30, but when I was younger.
So,
I never wanted bad boys.
you guys want to hear a
Bad
side
boys,
story
bad
about him?
relationships.
Oh, yes.
So he
Yeah.
was doing some helicopter training in Arizona when I was working there. And then there was a rumor that Prince Harry was training. Of course, they don't want a lot of publicity. So he
Yeah.
was training with this group. So he went to a pizza parlor in this little town called Gila Bend.
wow.
Look left, look right. There's a gas station, motel. That's Gila Bend. But they have a pizza place. So that's where his hangout was.
Okay.
And every time he went in there, he would eat an entire large pizza to himself.
What?
And he would buy pizzas and beers
people.
for all his crew and for the
Stop.
U.S. people that he trained with.
That's cool.
So he's, I mean,
That's how his
because
mother
here's
was.
the thing. We only found out about that afterwards. The eyes are not what, it's character is and integrity
Yes.
is what you do when people
no
are
one's
not,
watching.
when no one's watching. So I really feel like we want the best for this guy because he is that guy.
Okay.
That deserves the best.
We have
right?
a super fan in our midst,
I love it.
everyone.
What?
Howie Poon. I care so much about the royal wedding. I'm actually traveling to London
Oh,
on
wow.
Friday.
Yeah.
Howie.
He's going to be at Windsor on Saturday to cheer on the couple.
And he
even has a fascinator.
Yes.
Wait, what's the fascinator?
Oh my
The
God.
hat that you wear for
Oh,
the royal
yeah,
wedding.
yeah, the
We
big
can
fancy
wear
one.
them Friday.
My
Fascinator
mom already
Fridays.
asked me to put one on. I'm trying to get one from Michelle Apon.
Wait, I just started caring about the
does
royal wedding just so I can wear a fascinator.
It's the fashion altogether. People care about who she's gonna wear, what
Yeah.
she's gonna wear,
Uh-huh.
the flowers, the photographer. It's the details. Everyone loves a good wedding.
Yeah.
Who doesn't?
Oh my goodness.
And when it's on this stage,
And everything is all about being non-traditional, about everything. Non-traditional names,
Right.
non-traditional this, where you get married, how you get married, all that sort of stuff. You know, I guess every once in a while, it's okay just to go retro and just really
traditional.
just go for it. Because they're not,
Yes.
this is, again, this is like watching a Disney movie, really.
yes, we also
Watching a
we have a
Rats is what we
troll
need.
Right?
in the
it's
comments
okay.
too.
Yeah.
Bye, Andrew. Your name is actually Felicia. Bye, Felicia. See y'all on Tuesday.
Y'all
I
do
hope-
that on this show. Y'all
Oh,
have
I
fun.
know. We call people out. Thank you to all of our commenters who get the trolls out. Love you. Bye.
Thanks so much for watching the ABC 10 Information Network. If you want to see more stories just like this one, all you've got to do is click subscribe.